Hey everyone, this is Jamie Leha, and today I'm showing you a flip through of my completed 30th birthday mini album. So we are many years past my 30th birthday, and I scrapbooked half of this kind of around the time that it happened, and I just finished with the first part. So as you can see here, I created my little spine tab. On my 30th birthday, we went to Disneyland and Palm Springs. So Palm Springs I did a few years ago, and Disneyland I just finished, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So I love a good chunky album, and this one's pretty chunky. It actually is a little heavier on the bottom than it is on the top, as they tend to be. But I love how it came together. And so one of the promptings that I had to finish this album was LA Studio put out a Disney themed kind of mini collection, and I loved it. So I definitely purchased the majority of it and put it to work here in my album. So this is the title page, again featuring all LA Studio product, with the exception of the sequins and things that are in this little shaker pocket. It's not a very full shaker pocket. It's just a little extra detail and texture for anyone who's actually holding the album in real life. Something that they would notice, but probably doesn't really translate very well via camera. So I had all of these photos printed back from when we took this trip, which was in 2014. And I only had to reprint a few, like this one, because I had used this on an actual scrapbook layout, but knew that I wanted to put it in my album and knew that I wanted to kind of use it as the title page for the Disneyland section of my birthday. So I did some hand journaling and added all kinds of little bits and bobs in here just to embellish. I used a few of these 2x2 page protectors. This album's by We Are Memory Keepers, as are the page protectors. And I am thinking that it's been a number of years, like I don't even know if these are available anymore. I purchased this again like around 2014. So I had enough to get me through this. I added some pattern paper. There's some really great acrylic die cuts, I would say. Transparency die cuts. I don't know what these would be called, but again, these are by LA Studio. And Tracy Fox gave me this sticker that I cut into two different pieces to put in here. We were together at the Victoria Marie retreat this past weekend, and so this is what I worked on the first day, just getting all of this, all the photos in pockets, all the pattern paper, all the embellishment, and I came home and just kind of did my journaling and a few other things. So I'm just going to continue to flip through here. I love these little shaker pockets. I need to figure out or go look up who I got this like perfect pack of Disney sequins from, because I love it, and I just love the extra detail it adds and like the kind of magic it adds to your pages too. So it's just so cute. There's little Mickeys, there's tons of stars, there's little seed beads, there's sequins, lots of different things. And I just, I mean, the primarily what is in here are 4x4 photos that I then add bits of decoration and embellishment to. It's kind of the repeating theme, and then other than a few smaller photos, they're primarily these 4x4 size. And I just love how these came together. More shaker pages. And this was a punch that Tracy let me borrow. I really love how, really love it. I think it's really cute. I need to get one for myself. I ended up stamping all over this photo, and I didn't really like how it turned out initially, but it's actually kind of grown on me. So instead of reprinting it, which was the original plan, I left it in there. So I did journaling mainly on the computer. This I printed on a piece of vellum and adhered to the back of the page. This is a 2-page, well, this is a 4x8 photo that's been cut in half, so it's like now 2 pages in the album. And I added this little die cut to include a little bit more journaling. It has journaling on the front and the back, and also more photos, more shaker pockets. We went during the fall, so there's also a very fallish theme going on throughout this album, and I could not love that anymore. And just to add a tiny bit of ephemera, like this was the guide map that we had. I folded it down so that it would fit in this page protector, and I added the receipt that we had for the day. And when Tracy was looking at this weekend, she mentioned that she would maybe not normally choose the smaller album to document a trip in because she would want to use larger pieces of ephemera, and it hadn't really occurred to her that she could just fold them down and put them in. So thought that was cool. I hadn't really thought about it. I just kind of did it. So this is the second half of the album. This is the part that was completed when I was on the American Crafts team and working with Amy Tangerine's products. So these are all really older products at this point, but they were so perfect to scrapbook Palm Springs with that I couldn't pass it up. So this is just an empty page protector that I added a puffy camera and Palm Springs letter stickers to, just to add a little bit of extra transparency and dimension to this album. We stayed in Palm Springs at the Saguaro Hotel, and I really love how beautiful that hotel is, especially with the mountains in the background. And so I added some, I think these are like transparency vellum-y stickers that were part of Amy's collection. For this one, I really just did this. This is the journaling for the entire rest of the album. I didn't really want to do, since it's such a small format, I didn't really want to have to add words to every single one of these. So I opted to just put in one page of journaling and call it a day. So I added this little swan because there was a swan pool float here. I added this donut because it just reminded me of an inflatable pool float, and this was back from 2014, which is kind of when all this stuff started getting really popular. I added some die cuts, I added some stickers, and you'll notice in this section of the album that I actually matted the photos down onto pattern paper because I loved the pattern paper from this collection and I wanted to be able to showcase it in some small way, and this was kind of the only way that I was able to do that. Adding bits of pattern paper down at the bottom, adding stickers and die cuts, adding tags just kind of directly into the album on the ring. I don't know if you can see, but there's a pineapple behind this chill. It's like embossed. And some pages I didn't do anything to it, and I don't think that I really needed to because I really wanted to highlight the amazing colors that were there at the hotel. So this is the last page, and then same with Disney. In the last page protector, I included just a little bit of ephemera to kind of show this is where we stayed, this was the address, and then this was a map of the hotel. So it took me almost 5 years to actually finish this album, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. I love it so much. It's complete. Now it will live on my shelf downstairs, which is where it had been before, even in its unfinished state. And I'm excited for people to flip through and kind of just get a little glimpse at what I did for my 30th birthday. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.